Hello friends and welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host Tom Downey, once again rocking a Kashiyama suit. Maybe it's been good luck because the Dallas Cowboys are 3-0 this year, fresh off a win over the Miami Dolphins with a 2-game lead in the NFC East. Let's hand out some grades from this one. We start, of course, with the offense as we always do. Common theme this one, it wasn't perfect, but it was still good enough. I give this a B showing here for the offense. Certainly some room for improvement, especially in that first half. But aren't we going to take 300 or almost 500 yards of offense and 30 points pretty much every single game? 241 through the air, 235 on the ground, 50% on third downs. Most importantly, the red zone offense has been much improved for the Dallas Cowboys. 31 points this one. Took a little bit longer than I think we wanted to get there, but the end result's the same. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-0. Now, if you guys are fired up about that like I am, because the Cowboys are 3-0, the Eagles lost to the Lions, let me know by sharing this video. You can do it on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Hit me up with that share there, because the Cowboys are 3-0, and they are #1 team right now in the NFC East. All right, the defense, they are next up here. Again, it's been a common theme through 3 games. It doesn't look that good in the middle of it, but then you take a wholesome look at the end with the stats and the end result, and it's fine. It's a B for me. Look, the defense kind of got lucky a few times. The fumble late in the second quarter was a huge play right there. But these are the numbers in the end. 6 points allowed, 283 yards total. By the way, they allowed just 64 in the second half, so a bit of a slow start in that first half. That's more of a C, maybe even a D range. That second half defense, though, was straight A's. They had nothing going on. Miami did on offense. The takeaway is a big boost there in the end. If you're going to get 6 points or even 14 points every game, you're going to take it because that's really good end result there for the Cowboys and that defense. Now, if you guys like this suit I'm wearing, go get one of your own from Kashiyama. You can schedule a free fitting at Kashiyama1927.com. Of course, I know you guys earlier this week texted Mick your score predictions. I don't know if anyone got it right, but we'll find out. Either way, if you didn't get it right, head over to Kashiyama1927.com. These suits start at $300. It's a custom-fitted suit. You're not going to find a better suit at that price. Kashiyama1927.com. All right, special teams now. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but I think it's warranted. I give it a D. Not just because Brett Maher missed from 55 yards. That's a tough kick. Doinked it off the upright. Didn't impact the outcome. I'm looking more because of 2 penalties. Anthony Brown, who I thought played fairly well beyond this, a brutal roughing the kicker penalty. And then Byron Jones on the next punt also committed a face mask. So 50% from field goals, 2 penalties on defensive special teams. That's a negative for me, and there's been nothing going on in the return game because, well, the Cowboys haven't needed to, especially on kick returns where Tony Pollard's been back there, but has yet to make a kick return this year because it's always been boomed out of the end zone. All right, more grades here. Next up is Dak Prescott. This was probably his worst game of the year, which actually isn't saying very much because he was still pretty good. I give him a B- in this one. One big mistake was the forced aggressive throw deep downfield to Randall Cobb. A couple of deep balls that he couldn't connect on. In the end, 19 of 32 for 246, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. If that's the bad game from Dak Prescott, sign me up, because that's still not the bad. Plus, by the way, he also had a rushing touchdown as well. So grade Dak Prescott so far in 2019 through 3 games against, admittedly, pretty mediocre defenses. He's completing almost 74.5% of his passes. It is rounded down a little bit. 920 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, plus success on the ground. Got to give him an A, right? I mean, that production, you spread that off across the rest of the season, you're fired up because that's elite production from your quarterback. So no, it was not his best game. It was not a bad game either. If that's going to be the new bad game for Dak Prescott, I'm going to be pretty excited about this team. All right, next up, Ezekiel Elliott, and I want to make a note here before we get to the grade. I love the way the Cowboys are using him. He gets an A in this one. I thought he was effective. It did slip down on one run, still got up and picked up some yards there. Only 19 carries for Zeke, which is exactly what the Dallas Cowboys should be doing. That game was over in the fourth quarter. If you want to have Zeke on this team beyond just the first 3 years of his contract, you're going to want to limit his workload in these types of games. Last year, I think Linehan would have given the ball to Zeke 25, 30 times. There was no need for that. Instead, Zeke puts up a very good showing, has a very good game, and it helps for Zeke, by the way, that our next man up, Tony Pollard, also had himself a day. Tony Pollard also gets an A. I thought this was his best game, obviously, this year, but I thought he ran better as well. Maybe this will be the film study this week. 13 carries, 103 yards, with the touchdown averaging almost 8 yards per carry. And I know, it's the Dolphins defense. They're terrible, but I thought Pollard ran with a little bit more decisiveness, and I thought his contact balance this week was better, especially on that rushing touchdown. You don't need to give the ball to Zeke 30 times, but you give it to Tony Pollard for 13, almost all those coming in the fourth quarter, and him having a ton of success. So now I want you guys to chime in. Which player impressed you the most in Week 3? Let me know in the comments section. Was it Tony Pollard? Was it Dak Prescott? Zeke Elliott? Which player impressed you the most this past week? Let me know in the comments section. I'll take a look and maybe we'll do some more film study based on whichever player you guys end up picking. Next up, Amari Cooper, another guy who impressed this week. He gets an A, but not quite an A+, only because he dropped a pass. If you ignore the drop pass, this is a hell of a game, right? Targeted 7 times, caught 6 of them, the one being a drop, for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is the type of game you want out of Amari Cooper. There was no Michael Gallup. It did not matter. Cooper went up for most of these plays against Xavier Howard, one of the best corners in the NFL. In fact, the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Multiple times, Cooper made Howard look pretty foolish out there. He gets an A, but no A+ because of the drop. All right, guys, again, I'm rocking a Kashiyama suit. I wish I knew about them for my wedding because the suit I rented had a giant hole in the pants from one of the other men's national brands. That has never been an issue with Kashiyama. Check them out and schedule a free fitting. You don't have to pay. You can go get fitted, see if you like it at Kashiyama1927.com. They're here in Dallas, so go check them out at Kashiyama1927.com. We'll put the link in the comment section for you guys too of this video. All right, next up, I want to get to at least one defensive player, but that's Robert Quinn. I give him a B+ in this one. Welcome back, or I guess welcome to the Dallas Cowboys. Quinn going up against his old team, the Miami Dolphins. 3 tackles, several hurries, a sack, and a tackle for loss. The Cowboys in total ended up with 3 sacks in this one. One from Quinn, one from DeMarcus Lawrence, and then kind of a combo sack with Kerry Hyder, Collins, and some others in there. So after the win, and through 3 weeks of the Cowboys season, how much do you trust the defense? Grade this for me on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me know what you guys think there. 1 being you're panicking, you want to fire everybody. 10 meaning you think this is the best defense in the NFL. I'm kind of more of a 6. Look, it was a better game. I know the first half was kind of iffy, but statistically, in terms of points allowed, they've done fine. I'm not that concerned about it. Of course, I'll make note right now. Things start getting a little bit tougher the rest of the way. There's no Drew Brees. The Saints are not a bad team. They also have the Packers coming up, so we'll see how they look in a couple of games. All right, the last grade of the day against the Miami Dolphins, that is Jason Garrett. I gave him a B. We haven't graded the head coach all year because he focused on Kellen Moore and the other players, but I'm going to go with Garrett here, and I give him a B. A bit of a slow start. Sluggish is maybe the best way to describe that. That's a red flag for me. But I'll give Garrett more credit than I will criticism here. Let's give him credit. The Cowboys came out fired up in the third quarter, and it worked. They blew them out in the second half. That's all you can ask for. Here's the most important thing in the end. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-0. They have a 2-game lead over in the NFC East over the Eagles, who lost today, and, of course, the Giants and Redskins, who were 0-2 entering Week 3 of the NFL season. So in the end, I'm excited about it. Look, Garrett gets a B. The first half was not great, but the end result is what matters here. The Cowboys picked up a W. Garrett, I give him credit. The coaching staff made good adjustments. We've seen that a lot this year. Looking at you, Dak Prescott and Kellen Moore, they've been so good in the third quarter. In years past, my issue has always been the lack of adjustments made by the Dallas Cowboys. So far this year, that's not been a problem. I'm going to give Jason Garrett quite a bit of credit on that one. But let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and grade Garrett in the comments section. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.